very much. Very distinguished representatives and all members here present. Let me stand on existing protocol because of time. My name is Peter for Nigeria, and I speak on behalf of millions of Nigerian youths out there. And I want to just use this opportunity to state, because a lot of the positions have been repeated, this is just a call to our leaders, those seated on the platform and those who are not here, that you are sitting on the precipice of history, and the moving forward of this nation may just depend on the actions that you take. Elections are not just part of a democracy, they are the foundations of every democracy, the system through which we recruit our leaders. And if there is a trust deficit in that process, it will tell on the society and the stability that we have. And I'll be speaking to a few data and the points I make in my few minutes. Honorable sir, according to INEC in 2023, total number of registered voters were about 93 million. Collected PVCs were about 87 million. Total number of Nigerians who came out to vote were less than 30 million. Meaning about 50 million Nigerians registered, collected PVCs, but decided to stay away. What is the reason? It's simple. A lot of Nigerians do not believe in these events we hold every 4 years, we call elections. If you take Rivers State for a case study, in 2015, Jonathan versus Buhari, President Jonathan won with about 1.4 million votes. 2019, Atiku versus Buhari, Atiku won with about 435 or so thousand votes. Fast forward to 2023, Obi, Atiku, President Asiwaju Kwankwaso, the winner of that election got less than 200,000 votes from Rivers State. Honorable, are the voters in Rivers shrinking with time, or are they increasing? There is a problem with our electoral process. And if we do not raise it to the level of a national crisis to overhaul this system, we will continue to have this instability. That is why I am begging on you, these 3 points that have already been mentioned. Number one, electronic voting. Honorable, let nobody say there is no enough technology to power electronic technology. INEC, the former professor, including the then voter education director, Professor Festus Okoye, they even met with the NCC. They wrote a position paper. Oh, Barrister Okoye is here. Okay, well done, sir. So they even wrote an INEC position paper 21 telling us that they need to reduce human interference. They met with NCC, set up a steering committee. It began as far back as Professor Jega. If we know that the beavers are corruptible, we have bank technology, we have blockchain, we can use immovable electronic devices, but there is sufficient technology. Even NCC said they called the telecommunication agencies and they said they had helped JAM to conduct CBT tests successfully. So that should not be in question. Nigerian youths, we can build an INEC server that will be protected and will not cost up to 300 billion that INEC collected. The INEC chairmanship, if the president or a person who is a player in a match, if you are appointing the referee, then it is as good as, when you are the one choosing who will be the umpire. So that has been spoken about. And Mr. Chairman, the judicialization of our electoral process. If the judiciary does the right thing, we may not even have problems. We should not have a situation where Nigerians go out to vote for a leader, then everybody waits for the judiciary to pick the leaders for us. It then means that is no longer a democracy. But I will end by saying good laws are as good as the people who implement those laws. Every year we need to do electoral reforms, but when it comes to the end of the elections, we have glitches. The people in INEC decided to put an INEC guidelines, paragraph 6, section 60, subsection 5. The presiding officer will transmit results in a way and manner as prescribed by INEC. Did INEC prescribe the manner? Yes. Paragraph 38 of the INEC guidelines. But the judiciary did not hold them to account. They said it was not an omission to the Electoral Act. Our dear honorables, Nigerians will be waiting. If you see me on social media calling out the committee chairman on INEC, on the Senate, Senator Lalong, Prince Adebayo Balogun, it is not because we are looking for trouble. We only want Nigeria to be better because we must ensure that our votes will count moving forward. Honorable, let me end with this. One of the African Union groups who came to observe election in 2023 stated in their reports that what they came to witness was not election monitoring, it was a crime watch. Honorable, imagine leadership that proceeds out of a situation of seeming criminality. How does the country move forward? We need to pick leaders in Nigeria where the best lead the rest instead of having the worst rule over the rest. We have competent people of character. We must refine this process. And for me, Peter, for Nigeria 2027, my vote must count. Nigerians, how many of us are ready for our votes to count? Our votes must count. Thank you very much and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, Peter. Now, yes, Peter, let me give you. You can go and sit down. I can let you know that the 30 million voters that we had during the last election, I can authoritatively tell you that is the real voters. That is the main one. And that is, when we say politicians, we politicians, the fear of beavers is beginning of wisdom. Those days, the River State that you are talking about, people from the rural areas will bring in 2,000 votes, 3,000 votes, where they have less than 200 inhabitants. Inorganic. Organic is real. So many people will do multiple voting, and multiple voting can only be cured by accreditation. You see, the missing link is electronic identification, because when you're talking about electronic voting is a very wide space, and the important part of it is what INEC had done last election, bringing in the accreditation. Electronic, that is the best you can get around the world. I was in Liberia, I was in South Africa, I was in Ghana. It's only Ghana that is doing the same thing with Nigeria. Look, when it comes to trust, it's a general problem that we have. It's only in Nigeria. A Nigerian go to the ATM, collects money and counts it. But it gets to America, it takes the money, puts it in his pocket, the same person. You can't even trust the machine in Nigeria. So we have a problem. It's about us. You're talking about bringing INEC chairman. Labour Party that was talking about the NSU should be involved. Have they even solved their own problem? Leadership problem. Nigerian Bar Association also have problem in their own election when they went digital. They did online voting. They were in court. You see, let's watch what we wish for. We are going to do better for every one of us. The problem is with us. People bypass beavers now is because of we. When you get down there and the INEC official decide to look away and let you pass, and your agent too is very important. Political parties must ensure that they have agents they can trust. If your agents don't compromise with beavers, you are good to go. But when your agent sees that 5 people have gone and you know that they didn't pass through the beavers, at the end of the day, the results will be different from the counting of beavers. And when you are collating and your agents ensure that what is written in the beavers reading is recorded as it is, that means there won't be any fraud. So there's limit to the law, what the law can do and what technology can do, as long as we are not ready to comply. And it takes two to tangle. Nobody can do any ojoro without cooperation of the other parties. So our agents are very key. Who is our agent? Sometimes some party cannot even sponsor the agent. It is another parties that are putting agent for them. Someone who puts agent on your own behalf, you don't even know the agents that you have. It's another party that sponsors people to be your own agent. So you have failed already. So these are issues that we looked into. Look, let's thank the former INEC chairman with the innovation of these beavers. And when you talk about RF, look, many of us seated here did not even check the website, our own, we don't even know the address, how to check the RF. What RF is all about is send a copy. So send a copy, you've done the election, you've recorded everything. Just use the beavers to snap it and post it and send it. And that's all. And to go to the back end of the system, it is only when you need to just confirm. Maybe the result was hijacked on the road or something happened. Okay, let me see what is there. Even many of us did not even check what they put in our own unit. The mistake, what happened then was that there could not be real-time transmission because of some few areas have issues. In Nigeria today, look, when I wanted to start reading my speech over there, the thing just went blank. I I was just lucky that it rebooted on time. And I would have regretted not holding the manual script. So we should not condemn the manual scripts. We should be thinking about how do we reconcile the two together. So with people like you, it will go a long way for us to educate people. First of all, let's see what the real thing is. What are the real problems? Not the perceived problems. Let's see what the real problems are. Yes, you are one national orientation agency yourself too. All these issues, when we get to understand them, we'll be able to use our space to educate Nigerians. Many people don't even know what the situation is. Many people are used to what they call the Biapa law discussion. What does the law say? Some people don't even know what the law says. They will continue to say what they had from so person. Ask many people, the RF they were saying, what is RF? Have you even checked your own? What is the address? If you want to check, what is the address? How many people checked? And everybody is saying it didn't work. So information is key. How we manage it is key. Eating up the policy is no good for any one of us. It is for every one of us to have good understanding and be able to appreciate the work of the last administration. Then it will be easier for the next man to move up from there. Let's see the visible ones. Let's see the areas that we feel, yes, we can improve on. Many people, even in Europe, they are not even doing this electronic accreditation. In South Africa, they did manual. In Liberia, they did manual. But they were